What's up, everybody? I'm former quarterback Malik, and if football, sports interviews, and having a good time interests you, then make sure to click the like and subscribe button as it really does help support this channel, and it also makes sure that you guys never miss a new video. How's everyone doing? And welcome back to another episode of the Malik Show. Super excited to be here as always. Happy Christmas. I hope everyone had a great Christmas. And obviously, today is game day. Miami plays Rutgers. And then, on the weekend, we're really on Monday. We have New Year's. So I hope everyone had a great 2023 and even a more blessed 2024. But, we're going to get into why we're here. The first thing that I want to go over is the offense. I think this is going to be the most crucial part, the part that a lot of people have their eyes on is, okay, JB is a different quarterback. How do we get him active? Is it more in the run game? I also want to see pass games. I don't want to see very simple pass game, kind of what we saw versus Clemson and Florida State. Like, let this guy open up. Let him go quick game. Do the intermediates. We saw a lot of crossing routes, corner throws by TVD. Do some four verticals. Do some, post corners, things like that. Really see what he can and cannot do. Again, this is a kid that is committed to the program. This is a kid that I do not think is going to easily just hop into the portal. But the least you can do is say, hey, what do I have? What is he good at? Because I'll tell you this, there's a little difference in practice than there is in the game. So you can have a guy that is very consistent in practice, and obviously that should trickle over to the game. But sometimes guys are just better game players. Like, I'll be honest with you guys, that was kind of me. Like, you watch my practices, it was You watch my games, it was better. So I'm not saying practices were bad, but I was just someone that, like, when it comes to like making plays, especially with my legs, doing different things like that, I was a lot better in game situations than I was practice situations. Okay, and that's just kind of how I work, and I can see that JB could kind of be the same way, where like in practice, he is exciting and someone that you can see, but just when you get him live action, adrenaline rush, and get him hit a couple times, it just brings out that natural competitor in practice. Again, the quarterback doesn't get hit. To me, I've always been someone that, like, once I get that first hit, I'm good to go. Let's go. I've already kind of got that first contact out of me because all week I don't really get touched. And I'm very much hoping that JB is kind of that same player that's like, hey, I'm good in practice, but I'm even better on game day because, the competitive nature, that actual side of like the physical contact and really, to me, the physical toughness of being a quarterback, that side comes out on game day. So I'm very excited for him. I think he's someone that should and has to capitalize on this opportunity. Number two, creativity and fun. So this comes more from Dawson. Get motions with Ray Ray. I hear some stuff about Brashard Smith not making it. That's definitely unfortunate. We have some good young guys that are very talented. Get them in the game. Make it creative. Make easy passes. Again, you guys, for the guys that watched it, and even ladies too. But Louisville, you guys go back and watch. There was a lot of very easy, simple, open guys in the flat. Made it really easy for Jake Plumlee. I hope that seeing kind of that. Hopefully, I'm not saying you steal the plays, but you start incorporate some of the similar concepts that kind of fit inside your scheme to make very easy passes for Jakari, because I don't think this is a guy you can play zone on all day. I think with some of our matchups and his ability to run the ball, I think there's going to be a lot of man. So creating rubs, finding ways to get guys open and making easy throws for him is going to be key as well. Then lastly, again, I know that we're talking about portal quarterbacks and, we're talking about going to get Cam Ward, how we're going to do. Like, we're just kind of all over the place. But again, this is not only a testament to what, Jakari can do, but it's also a testament how is our offense going to look next year. JB is a mobile quarterback. We do plan on bringing in a mobile quarterback to some extent. So, like, show me if I'm a quarterback that's kind of sitting back and saying, okay, like, do I want to go, like, if I'm Cam Ward, do I want to go to Miami? Do I want to go to FSU? Okay, obviously I see the type of offense that Jordan Travis was in. It functionally makes sense. I know that, people aren't the biggest fan of FSU. I'm not either, but that offense definitely at least fit Jordan Travis and what he tried to do. Okay, and so now it's like, okay, I'm an athletic guy that can run a little bit, that is a big thrower. Let me see what kind of they do with someone that is more similar to my skill set in Miami. So again, this is going to be very big. I think one of the big things too is the upfront. Obviously, we're losing our center, we're losing Cohen. So Matt and Cohen are gone. We're bringing in new centers and a new left guard. So I think the offensive line will be fine. But you also got to show me, hey, when you guys lose pieces, are the pieces behind it just as good? I think there will be a slight fall off, but I don't think it'll be so drastic that it makes a huge impact. And then lastly, when you have a mobile quarterback, perimeter blocking is key. Go back and watch any of my runs, especially my long ones, especially number 8. Watch him downfield blocking. Amon Richards was really good about it too. I mean, I know you guys remember Florida State game running on the sideline. Amon turns around and basically peels that guy's head off, and everyone thought it was a targeting. But perimeter blocking is going to be key, especially if Jakari's going to have big runs. The receivers, the tight ends downfield have to block, no holding calls, things like that. So I think to me, those are the big 3 keys to our offense. If we can get JB started fast, have some creativity and fun, and we can block up front on the perimeter like we have been all year, I think this team will dominate on offense. And now we're going to flip to the defensive side. For me, it's really about stopping the run. I think that's going to be really big. They do have a really good running back. They do like to run the ball. We obviously know that James Williams was a big tackler for us. Obviously, keeping Kiko was big at the mic to try to control that front 7. But to me, I do think there is a void kind of on the boundary side, which is where James likes to play a lot of, kind of filling in that void, not only on just physicality, but I'll be honest with you, he's a big dude. So he also adds a little bit of intimidation. When you start to add all those factors, to me, I think there could be a slight letdown in the run game. We're talking about a team that's, to me, is similar to us, to where they want to run the ball. They'll throw the ball if they have to, but they want to run it down your throat. They want to play physical football, and they want to bring the game to you. So I think number 1 is stopping the run. I think the safeties are going to have some big impact on that. Number 2, Gavin Wimsatt uncomfortable. This guy is mobile. He will run. So making sure that, he is uncomfortable at all points. Obviously, we have Ruben Baines, a lot of these young guys that I'm even interested in, see like Jaden Wayne and some other guys that get in and make him uncomfortable. But to me, it's consistent pressure. Hopefully, we don't have to blitz a lot. I'm hoping that, with our front four, we're dominating enough, to be able to get, and I don't want to say sacks. I think, just getting guys in his face, making throws uncomfortable, making sure when he throws, there's at least a guy that feels like he's on his lap. I think that's going to be more important than, obviously, if you can win every rep, you should. But to me, I think that's going to be a lot more important than saying, hey, every 1 out of every 4 plays, we're back there. No, I want to be consistently guy in his face, whether it's his offensive lineman getting bull rushed or whether it's one of our guys winning. I think especially up front, and especially in the interior by the guards and the center, is going to be super important for this. And then number 3, again, kind of I talked about earlier, safeties play. How do these safeties play? Obviously, we're losing both Cameron Kitchens and James Williams. I wish that, James would have stayed. I do think that he's going to get a good grade. I think that, with the film he put on and his size and his metrics, like, he'll be very fine in the NFL. But when you're talking about, to me, just being a little bit of selfish, someone that would completely change the game next year with his size, with, coming back in a good defense for year 2. But I think that there's some young guys behind him that can play. I think this is kind of where, you got to see, hey, do I go into the portal? I know we just got a portal safety from Vanderbilt. Do I need to get another one? Like, what do I have to do? So this is where a lot of questions get answers from young guys. This is why bowl games are so important, especially now. When you're talking about, look at Florida State and Georgia's roster. I think they have over 30 or 40 players that have opted out or left for the NFL. And now you're talking about all these freshmen and young guys that have gotten little playing time to no playing time, all of a sudden thrust it into, hey, know the offense, know what you're doing, be ready, or even the defensive side. So I'm very excited. I think that there are a lot of things that are going to be answered for us as Canes fans, as even for the coaches, as the coaching staff, because when it's live bullets, it's a lot different than when you're in practice. So I really do thank you guys. Again, if you guys do not follow me, please follow me on Twitter at Malik_Rozier12. I do post a lot of content. I'm also going to start posting some e-learning stuff. So we're going to have different speakers come in, talk about, topics that help you as a business professional. It doesn't matter whether you own a business. It doesn't matter whether you just want to go and understand how corporations work, or understand, hey, if I'm going to be a nurse or a doctor or a lawyer, kind of whatever. It's just the basics to business 101 is what we're going to start teaching. It'll be $25 a month, and it will be where you have videos. You'll be able to do. We'll have general boards where you'll be able to ask the speakers direct questions, saying, hey, we're bringing in speakers on dress code. And let's say you don't know what are the top 3 colored suits to wear. Like, hey, if I'm buying suits as someone that's fresh out of college, what are the best suits to buy? How do I mix and match them? Okay. And obviously a lot of stuff you can look up, but we're going to give you, or at least try to give you, the best experts to our knowledge between myself and my business partners that can directly ask your questions, that can directly answer them. And so that's really what I'm trying to build, is really helping people understand how things work, whether it's business, whether it's life in general. So I really hope you guys join the e-learning that I'm putting together, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Go Canes.